welcome back to the Team Empire podcast. You're here with your host Shannon for episode 92. First episode for February. We had a big January, but we're off to a banger with February. I've got one of the boys on the pod who I've been trying to get on the pod for a while. He's a busy boy. He's got a lot on, and we're going to talk all about that. We're going to talk to Tyrone Tomlinson. How are you, Tyrone?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for joining me. Obviously, it's been a little bit of a work in progress, but we got there, eh? It's just a time thing.
Yeah, honestly, because I remember I think you asked for the first time. It would have been like 2 years ago, eh?
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
It would have been, I think it was after my second comp, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while, but you've done so much like in that time. So it's actually probably better now to talk to you than even before because there's so much.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that, to be honest.
Yeah, like because I've just loved seeing the last couple of years from you, so I'm excited to unpack it all. I obviously know a bunch about you. You're probably the bodybuilder I've followed for the longest on Instagram. Like it's been ages, like all the way since before you even stepped on stage. Like you're just powerlifting. So I know about you, but not everyone does. So we're just going to talk about you like we don't even know you, so we can get all the gist.
Sweet is.
So where in New Zealand do you live, and what do you do for work?
So I live in Christchurch. I was born here, lived here forever. Probably live here for a wee bit longer. And work-wise, so I work for a company that makes so like army uniforms, police uniforms, Navy, Defence Force, stuff like that. So I basically get sent orders from like sales reps and stuff like that through emails, and I turn them into Adobe Illustrator files. And then I open other apps and shit and do stuff to them, and then send them along to a big printer, which makes them, and that's my bit done.
Damn, so you're at a computer like most of the day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. It's so funny. No one would guess it about you. They'd guess tradie for sure. Like everybody.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I get that all the time. Yeah, I've done other shit in the past, but
Yeah. You enjoy it. Yeah, nice. And it's good to be at a desk in the aircon, and then you can just go to the gym and just get it all out there.
Yeah, I actually got used to being on my feet all day. So it was a wee bit of a struggle, like going back to a desk, to be honest.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's like trying to find the balance.
Yeah, so I so like on my breaks and stuff, I'll walk and eat. I'll just
I'll go. Yeah, nice. I love it. Keep that activity in. What gym do you go to down there? And do you own a gym? What are you doing? Like there's heaps of gyms down there and shit. I'm not down there. Tell me about that. Like what gym are you at and what are you up to?
So I train in a gym called Zero. So ZEROW, so Zero Weakness. Just pronounced Zero though. No, I don't own it. I don't own it. I actually get that question a fair bit to be honest with you.
Yeah. It's cool. It looks like your gym. Like it looks like something you do, you know?
Oh, no, for sure. So I just promote it really hard. So two of my friends actually own it.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
And you enjoy it. It's got everything you need.
Oh, yeah. It's yeah. So it's actually an Australian-based franchise. So the dude who oversees all the gyms, so I think he's got maybe 6 or 7 of them. So he's got a 5 in Aussie, 1 in Wales, and we're the first one here.
Oh, cool. I love that. So are they Aussie guys that are your mates that did this?
Was that, sorry?
Are they Aussie guys that started it, or is it that are your friends, or is it Kiwi guys that like run this franchise of it?
So the guy who owns oversees all of them was actually born here, but he lives in Australia.
Cool.
His name's Thomas Lilly. Thomas Lilly. He's a powerlifting coach.
Oh, so this is the link.
But but the 2 guys who own it, who I've known for 6 or 7 years now, Jamie and Chris. So they run and own the gym. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, it looks like a cool gym. Yeah. And there's so many gyms down there now. Hey, like what's the point of difference that one's got? Is it just got better machines, just better vibe?
I would say the environment, to be honest.
Yeah.
It sounds a bit cliche, and I suppose all gyms that people go to, you're gonna say that same thing to get people to come to your gym. But like I've known them for so long, and like they're actually good people. Do you know what I
mean? Yeah.
So like they actually care. They're not just in it to run a gym. Mm-hmm. They actually enjoy doing it.
The difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now we're only opened in I want to say like start of September.
Still new, little baby.
Yeah. So it's been in the works since I think they first told me about it at the end of or maybe start of 2023.
Oh wow.
Or maybe even earlier than that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Takes a while.
Yeah. So it was a long time coming. Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool to see it all done too, eh? When you hear people planning something and then it actually comes to life, you're like, this is actually cool. Like you did it.
It was crazy because I used to go there. So at so before it was open, they had to renovate the whole building. So they had to clear everything out of it. And I would always go after my training at my old gym and go help them out and see what they're up to and blah, blah, blah. But they would honestly be there until probably 2 a.m. every night, like doing shit. Yeah. So I saw it firsthand how much they put into it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. The end product, eh? It's always really cool. It's like bodybuilding.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Same. Which we're going to talk about now because you've got a couple of sports under your belt that you're actually really good at. Not many people can do these two and be good at it. So, I mean, I'm going to hype you up. It's just going to happen. So, but let's talk about bodybuilding first. I want to talk about that first, and then we'll dive into everything else along with it. But when did you first get on stage? What year was that? And what divisions did you start with?
When was it? So I've done 3 competing years now. So 24, would have been 2022.
Yeah, 3 in a row you've done, eh?
Yeah. So this will be 4th year competing. Yeah.
Nice. What divisions were you doing back then? Did you jump straight into? Because I know you've done a couple. What did you start with?
So I did both classic and open. Yeah. So I did classic and open for regionals the first 2 years. Both for the first 2 nationals, and then just classic at last year's nationals.
Right.
And regionals. Yeah.
And regionals, yeah, because you made that full switch. Hey, and what made you decide to go full classic?
It was actually Mo, to be honest.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So so what year was it? It would have been. It wasn't last year. 2023. So I did both at the regionals. And he came up to me afterwards and he said, I just want you to do classic at nationals, don't do open. And I was like, well, I'm not going to fucking, go against kind of what you recommend. So just did classic at nationals there.
Yeah. And are you gutted though? Because do you like open bodybuilding? Did you want to keep going, or what do you think about it personally?
To be perfectly honest, I didn't actually mind at the time. I kind of just wanted to do whatever one I'd have a better chance of winning it. That probably sounds a wee bit bad, but I just want to be successful at one of them,
Yeah. And bodybuilding's quite a lot bigger though, eh? You've got to kind of dive a little bit deeper kind of thing, if you want to put it that way. So would you be prepared to, if you were going towards open, would you go all in and go hard like that? Because it's such another level, eh?
So personally, I don't actually think I'm big enough for open. And whenever I tell that to people, they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Just because when I compare myself on stage, I don't actually look bad in the opens. I just feel small next to them, even though I compete at I think I compete at 98 kilo at lean.
Yeah, damn.
So I still feel small, but people are like, you're not small.
We always feel small up there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. And so you went all in on classic, and I think it suits you best anyway too. I'm like, yeah, I'm all in for it, and I can just see you getting your pro card in it, and it's just, I guess everyone can, and obviously Mo could, everyone does. But it's obviously a little bit easier too doing one. Would you? Because a lot of guys go into 2 divisions, whether it be fucking men's physique as well or whatever it is. But if someone wants to go and do that, would you say maybe don't because it's so hard work and you pick one, or would you say just fucking give it a go?
I think it depends on, without sounding rude to anyone or whatever, I think it depends on how close you are to being competitive for your pro card.
True.
So I think if you're up there and because realistically you kind of know if you're top 5 range and do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're gonna, so I think if you're at that stage where you're upper level, you should probably just do one.
Yeah.
And just put your everything into one. I think classic and open's pretty similar though, to be honest. the posing is a wee bit different, but realistically, you just come in really lean. You still carb up reasonably the same. It's just making the weight cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like a lot of guys do men's physique and classic, and that's quite a big jump, eh? They always look real different jumping into bodies, and you're like,
yeah.
Like, imagine
well,
if Tyrone did that. No.
Well, like, because was it Nader that did that in 2023?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he got his pro card in men's physique.
Yeah, I know. I was pissed off. I was talking to him backstage. I was like, "Fuck, you've done like 2 comps ever. You've already done it." So
He's done it. He was popping out of his shorts that way. It was like crazy. This is just nuts. Like, he's made for classic, isn't he? But I don't know.
Oh, he told me that backstage at Nationals too. To be honest, like, I don't think it's a secret because he says it himself. But so he did both at the South Islands. So I think I beat him in classic and he won physique.
Nice.
And then at Nationals, we were warming up together, and he's just like, "Like, I don't even practice men's physique posing. I just do it."
Yeah, just jump in.
Yeah, but obviously he suits both really well though, because he's got such a streamlined physique and he's got quite a thin waist.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's a cool dude though. He's a cool guy.
Yeah. What are the classic physique guys like? There's a big bunch of you that have like competed a few times like together. Is it kind of camaraderie, or is it just like stay in your lane kind of business?
Oh, to be fair, I'm pretty open with anyone. To be honest, like I probably talk too much backstage. like what's that?
Just yapping everyone's ear off.
Yeah, like there's definitely certain times where you kind of have to just do nothing and chill out and don't stress yourself. But I think, like me personally, I'm more relaxed when I'm just comfortable and doing my own thing. And if that's talking to someone or just hanging out,
Yeah,
it just chills me out. Yeah.
So the guys are pretty cool, like I mean, everyone's just pretty chill, eh? Like, not walking around trying to bump shoulders, like.
No, I mean, I don't think so. Not from anyone that I've experienced. There's always like that thing where if you don't, because Instagram's obviously big in terms of it, but if you know someone's competing that year, you're like, oh, I'm not going to fucking follow him because I want to beat him. I'll follow him after the comp.
Yeah. When I beat
him. And it happens all the time. Like there was, I won't say who they are, but there was like 3 or 4 guys that come up to me afterwards, and they're like, oh, yeah, I've been following you for ages. I just don't actually follow you. And I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, nah, it's all good. But yeah.
It's so funny. A lot of people do that. I'm all about like following everyone, and I just want to know what everyone's doing. But there's so many people like to just like get out and just zone in, which makes sense. It's perfect.
Yeah. There's definitely some people who are like, just fucking chill out, man. Like it's all good. It's just bodybuilding, But yeah.
It's funny. They make themselves known anyway, so we don't need to worry.
Oh yeah.
So before bodybuilding, you did other sports, obviously powerlifting and stuff like that. Is that it? Are they the only sports you've ever done? And what made you decide to try bodybuilding after you were in powerlifting for so long?
Nah, so I never did powerlifting until I was about maybe 18 or 19.
Oh wow!
I think like it might have even been later. So I recently a few months ago turned 27. So I've been in the gym for like, I think this would be my 10th year in the gym total.
Nice.
But now I never lifted weights growing up or anything. I wasn't like, my thing was just sports.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I grew up in a league household. Like league was just like rugby league was just the only thing that we ever talked about.
Yeah.
So that was always like the main thing. So I played that when I was younger, and then stopped that and started playing union for a wee bit, just because heaps of my friends played union at school. I didn't overly enjoy it. Like I enjoyed hanging out with them and whatnot, but yeah, union definitely wasn't my thing. It's too slow for me. But now, like summer sports and stuff, there was I played softball for maybe 5 years.
Cool.
A bit of touch, which was like a social way to play league, really. And a bit of basketball, yeah.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah. And what did you get injured heaps in rugby? And did it put you off, or were you just like, I don't know, did you just like to try different things as you were going?
So I went back to league when I started high school.
Oh yeah.
and I loved it. So that I played that pretty much for a good few years and got like reasonably good at it. I played like representative stuff, and then I think I was lifting at the gym at the same time, just like casually, like you know, as like a teenage guy, you just lift weights and play sports and do fun shit.
Yeah.
And then I think I was playing against Dunedin. I was playing for Canterbury against Dunedin, and I had hurt my knee, and then that was pretty much the last time I stepped on a field.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I basically took the rehab, I guess, quite seriously, and found out powerlifting was like a cool thing to do. Met a guy at the gym who was a powerlifter at the time, and did a comp like 6 months later.
Wow, that's quick.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So that's just an excuse to like lift heavy shit, and yeah. So I did that for oh shit, when was my last comp? I actually did my last comp in prep for my first bodybuilding show.
Wow.
So actually, yeah, I crossed them over. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How well did you do at that comp?
I won it. I won it. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you do this? I have no idea.
It was actually my best comp I've done, to be honest.
Wow. How many weeks were you? How far into prep kind of thing?
Oh, like 10 weeks out, I think.
Oh my God.
I think.
So you were shredded too?
No, definitely not. Definitely not for my first comp. No. I mean, I don't think I even came in that shredded for my first comp, to be honest. Looking back at it.
Yeah. Oh man.
Relative to now, anyway.
Yeah. I mean, different ball game today, but yeah, we've all made changes.
Yeah, for sure.
What did you like about, like, what got you into powerlifting though? Did you just like what it was about? You know, like obviously like picking things up, putting things down, but you have like excellent technique. There's so much more to it as well. But did you enjoy all that stuff?
I think it was the environment they created, to be honest. So like there was like a group of us at Snap Fitness Hornby. It was the first ever gym I went to was a Snap Fitness. And we were like the only Snap in the area that had like a lifting platform and a bar that had actual grip and whatnot. Because Snap's typically not the best, with gym.
Yeah.
In terms of hardcore stuff. There was like a group of like 6 or 7 of us, and we used to train together every session. So we'd always have that thing where we just walk in and spend hours just lifting shit. And like because I just enjoyed it, you know what I
mean? Yeah.
So it was probably more the talking and shit.
Yeah, keeps it. That
I enjoyed, but then I got a ride at it. Yeah. Yeah.
And did you have a coach for powerlifting, or like do you join a team? Like how does that work?
Nah, so I've never had a coach for powerlifting in my life.
What?
Nah. So I did all my powerlifting and stuff on my own. I had like cool, like good people around me to give advice and whatnot, but always did my own programming and whatnot.
Whoa. And what about like lifting? Yeah. So you had your boys to live with you and stuff like that, but like, did you have like a trainer for technique, or did you just do your own technique? Because your technique is like fucking perfect. Like every time I see you lift, I'm like, how does this hip hinge? Like everything about your lifting is so good. How did you get that good?
I could make some shit up, but I just practiced it, to be honest.
Wow.
Like I used to study it and stuff. So that was what I did out of high school. I studied for like 4 or 5 years.
Oh yeah. What did you study?
Exercise science. Yes,
right.
I did that for like 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's good. So did you do like you film your exercise? You film your lifts, like I've seen you do that, and like sometimes you post them. But is that a good way for you to get a read on how you're doing? You're just watching it back. I
think so. It's pretty intuitive, to be honest. Because realistically, if you watch something, you have a fair idea of like what's going wrong or what's right or what you need to fix. In saying that though, I'll say that, but that's actually not common knowledge for a lot of people, even though it sounds it. So yeah, I don't know. To be fair, again, I could make some shit up, but it's probably just genetically gifted at. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just a lot of years of like doing shit wrong and then figuring out how to do it right. So
yeah. mean, you got there in the end. Worked out.
Yeah.
And do you still powerlift now, or like do you just do the fun parts of it but you don't compete, or like are you thinking about competing again in powerlifting?
So I still train, I guess, relatively like a quote powerlifter would. So I always do my heavy shit at the start, lower rep range type stuff. As of recently, Jordan wants me to change my programming a little bit, so I'm listening to that.
Are you though?
Yeah, no. I genuinely am actually. Yeah, I am. So if you listen to this, yeah, I am listening. Yeah.
You know he's going to listen. He's going to check it.
Yeah. Just because there's a lot of areas that get left behind in powerlifting.
Yeah.
When you focus on that. So like my weak points, for example, have always been my chest and my back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like I've always been very limb dominant. So like my arms, shoulders, legs, audio have been okay. Chest and back's always been. I think they're shit, but you know what I mean. But like in terms of powerlifting training, you'll do like a bench press, and a lot of people bench like 2 or 3 times a week. So they'll do less accessories for their chest, and I think that leaves a bit of a missing link for a lot of people, which did for me too.
Yeah, and getting that accessory stuff in just like fills the gaps, makes it.
Yeah. It's almost a second thought to a lot of powerlifters. Not obviously not talking down on it because I did it, but I think if a lot of powerlifters did squat, bench, deadlift a little bit less, and did more accessories, and then just tapered them in close to comp, it would be beneficial.
Yeah, but people favour what they like. Yeah, people just want to lift shit and put it down. They don't want to do it.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of the appeal to powerlifting, though, you know.
100%. It's like any sport, or anything. Like people just will like to do it. Like Pilates chicks, they just like to fucking do core over and over again. It's all
like that's cool though. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Like certain people hate going to a gym for whatever reason, and that's all good. Like, you know, I'm not gonna be like, oh fuck, you should probably lift some shit. Like I don't care. Like, you know,
they probably should. And what's your favorite powerlifting lift, and then what's your favorite bodybuilding lift if they're different to you?
So my favorite one to do would have been deadlifts when it feels good. So when your back feels good, deadlifts are really good to do. But otherwise, bench. I hated squatting.
Yeah, fuck squatting.
Yeah, to be honest, I still hate squatting. But it was actually probably, in terms of numbers, the one I was best at. Which was pretty unfortunate, but yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. And then what about bodybuilding? Because like you said, you're trying to tweak and make some spots, like get some, you know, like we're always trying to fucking work on something. What's your favorite like bodybuilding lift at the moment to like fill those gaps?
And in terms of exercises?
Yeah.
So at the gym we train at Zero, there's a really good what do you even call it? Like a 3-plate loaded machine. So you can change the you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you top load it, it's heavier at the bottom, etc.
Yeah.
So we have a really nice incline press, one of those.
Nice.
So yeah. So as soon as the gym opened, that was my staple for.
Yeah, you're like, Tyrone's on this for the next 2 hours. Fuck off. It's really get out. And so are you going to compete again with powerlifting, do you reckon, or is that kind of closed at the moment?
For this year, it's definitely not going to happen. To be honest, though, the original plan was, I say when, but when and if I turn pro, for example, I would probably have that year off, the next year off, not just to do powerlifting, but obviously to grow into the new weight cap, because when you turn pro, your weight cap goes up.
Oh God.
Yeah. I mean, like I've watched some of those like classic pro shows that even we host, that Mo hosts, for example, and it's just like it's a different level.
It's crazy.
Like you can say you're going to be competitive and whatnot, and you can believe it, but realistically, some of those dudes are fucking unreal.
Crazy, man. Did you watch Mo's Muscles? Did you come and see that live in the last couple of years?
I wasn't at them, but I watched the clips and stuff. Yeah.
It's crazy, eh? Fucking, I think it's good to have them here because it really does, like, I don't know, we get our Kiwis up against them and it kind of like really puts the like reality of how fucking crazy they are, eh? Like, does it blow your mind a little bit? Are you a little bit scared? Like, that's the next pot you're about to stand in if you go pro, you know?
It definitely changes your perspective on what's out there.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people. Well, I think a lot of people when they first get into bodybuilding, especially younger guys, they'll see people at the gym and be like, "Oh, he's pretty big," blah blah blah, and they'll try to imitate that, and then they'll jump on stage for the first time and be like, "Holy shit!" Like, I just got fucking killed, you know.
Yeah.
And that's just at like a regional show.
Mm.
And then you take your next step up at nationals or whatever. But then you've got the pro show that Mo hosts, and some of those dudes from Indonesia and Thailand and especially those Asian countries that come over because they're quite close. It's ridiculous, eh? I wouldn't say I'm like scared of it, but like I'm just realistic of what I know, like what I need to do to be there. So that's obviously a few years away, that kind of stuff. So
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I want to talk about heaps of things, but so one more thing about powerlifting before we move into bodybuilding, because there's so much about to talk about. But competition day between powerlifting comp and bodybuilding comp, what like is the most full on for you? Like which one's the most like intimidating? Because one of them you're in underwear on stage, one of them you have to fucking squat this much weight. Like it's quite intimidating, hey? But which one's, I don't know, more?
Powerlifting by far.
Really?
Yeah, like not even close. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What makes
apart from my first bodybuilding comp, because it was a new experience, but every other show after that, powerlifting is by far more scary and backstage wise and comp day. Yeah.
Hey, is it because you have to get up there and you have to lift what you have to lift? Like there's no wiggle room, or is it like what is it about it that makes it like quite intense?
I think the whole thing is very stressful from as soon as you wake up to when you step off the platform. Because like depending on what feed you compete in, you either weigh in that morning or the day before. But a lot of people just weigh in the day of. So a lot of people will water cut, for example, and then go weigh in and have like 2 hours to hydrate and eat, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I never did that. I just competed at whatever I competed at. I didn't really care. But it's a different stress on your body because it's physical, like tax.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like, and because you have to lift so heavy so many times during that day, it just takes it out of you. So you're like, the squat's always first in a comp. So you do your warm-ups backstage, you do your first squat, second squat, third squat, have a 20-minute break, whatever. But because you have to get yourself hyped up to do that squat, your adrenaline just goes through the fucking roof.
Yeah.
And then you have like a 20-minute cool down period where your body's just like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then you have to kind of get back up the bench and you dip down, then back up for deadlifts. And it's very just taxing mentally as well as physically.
Yeah. By the end of the day, your body must be like, are we dying? Like, what are we doing? Like, what the fuck is happening? Like, those spikes, hey, just crazy. And then how do you feel after competition? Like, are you pretty gassed?
In terms of being tired?
Yeah.
Yeah, body's just fucked. Yeah. Yeah. Because you're doing 9 maximal lifts and then like a 6-hour period, you're not just going to the gym and like messing around. They're doing like a heavy set, then leaving. You're doing 3 max squats, 3 max benches,
It's a lot.
So it's a lot of stress on your body,
Yeah. Far out, that's crazy. It's just interesting to learn about because we all just talk about bodybuilding, but powerlifting is so, and a lot of bodybuilders have come from powerlifting, as people might not have heard, especially
there's heaps of them. Yeah.
I love it. And what made you decide to compete? What were you like? Why were you like, I just never thought that was going to happen because obviously I followed you before bodybuilding and I was always like, he should compete. But I never thought you would get into the underwear. I was like, that will be the thing that'll stop him from doing it because he's just not like that. Like you didn't give me that vibe. So what made you decide to do it in the first place?
To be honest, there was no actual real reason. I was like, because I never followed bodybuilding. I still don't really, to be honest. I couldn't name 10 pro bodybuilders.
Wow.
Like I know the big names like Chris and Urs and Samson and whatnot, but that wasn't until honestly like 2 years ago. I never knew anyone. Yeah. So I never even followed it. I was just like, oh well, I've like cut before for comps and stuff, and I kind of looked okay when I was leanish for powerlifting. So I just was like, oh, we'll just see if we can get even leaner and see how good we look.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was pretty much it, to be honest. It was never,
easy. And you didn't have a coach when you first went into it, eh? You just kind of tried it?
For bodybuilding?
Yeah.
No, so I did have a coach there first year, For bodybuilding, I did, just not powerlifting. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. And then so that got you into it. And then what made you continue? Were you like, this is for me? Like after the first time on the stage, were you kind of like, oh yeah, I like posing? Like what was it about it that made you go, I'm going to come back and do it again? Was it just competitive?
Yeah, honestly, it was probably the competitiveness of me. Yeah. I've always been just a very competitive person no matter what I do.
Yeah.
To be fair, there's a lot of people like that. It's not just me that's like that. Most, if not all guys are like that, to be honest. It's just a thing. But I saw myself do alright because I won that show, the regional show, and did the nationals, and I was like, oh, okay. So I didn't actually look that good, really. So I was like, oh fuck, I kind of want to do it next year again to beat the people that beat me this year.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a personal thing. Like there's this person. It was just as a whole,
Yeah. I'll come back and look better than you did last time, kind of thing. It's
that was pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
I love that. And then let's talk about posing because I like your posing, but I want to know where did you learn how to start? Like, how do guys start posing? Like, do you just copy videos? Like, what do you do?
YouTube.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Honestly, like so my posing when I first started prepping for that first comp was so bad. It was so shit. Like I think I've got posing photos when I was like powerlifting before I started that prep, and it was rubbish.
Oh no.
Yeah, honestly, it was so bad. Like, yeah.
Was that just from videos that time? Was that the very first one?
What's that, sorry?
Was that the very first time you stepped on stage, you just copied videos, or did your coach take you through some stuff? Like, how did you learn that time for that first comp?
Honestly, I just practiced to be 100%. Yeah, I just practiced a fair amount.
Yeah.
And you can at that stage, because I was like my first comp, so I wasn't going to go blow the world up or anything. I just videoed a lot of shit and kind of tweaked where I thought would look better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this pose looks better with my arm down compared to what, because my shoulder looks bigger here than,
Yeah, and everyone's different, hey, so it's hard. You've got like
Yeah. There's obviously like guidelines and a base to how to pose, but I do think it's very individual, yeah.
Definitely. And what about now? Like, do you just keep practicing on your own? Have you just got better over time because you just keep practicing?
I want to say yes, essentially yes. Jordan's actually been a good help with adjusting certain stuff. Like obviously I have the solid base, but he's been very good with moving stuff around to suit. Yeah.
That was going to be my next question. Like, who was your coach? But everyone knows now that you're with Jordan. How long have you been with Jordan? And are you enjoying being with him?
So I started with Jordan 3 weeks out from nationals.
Wow.
Yeah. There's backstory to that for other stuff, but I started with him 3 weeks out. It might have been like 17 days. I think we had.
Wow. And how did that go international? Was it all good?
Oh, it was actually mind blowing. Like the difference between current, like what I had compared to what I have now is there's night and day. Yeah. Like detail orientated. It's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. So can you imagine like a whole off season with Jordan and going into next year or this year if you're going to compete? But do you feel like you're pretty confident that's going to be a different version of yourself?
Well, I've never actually had a coach for an off season.
Oh, really?
No. So I've always done my own off season, just done preps with people.
Shit.
So yeah. So yeah. So, but to be honest, I can actually already tell now, like how different it is.
Yeah.
Just like physique wise, yeah. So now I'm looking forward to doing like a full 30, 40 week, whatever it is with them. Yeah.
It's going to be good. I'm excited to see what happens. But I want to talk about last season. So you did South Island Champs and how were both of those shows? Obviously, South Island was crazy. I was down there for that show, and that was fucking wild. There's some crazy guys down there. But what was it like for you? like that's like your show. Like, was that a good day for you? Were you a bit like, was it a bit here and there? Like, well, tell us about it.
South Island. I love South Island Day. Yeah, yeah. So actually my birthday was the day of comp last year.
Oh, was
Yeah.
it? Same day?
Yeah.
So cool.
So it was quite funny because when you go to like registration and they're like, oh, name and date of birth, blah blah, and I was like, oh, today, kind of thing. He's like, oh shit. But nah, but apart from that, like I just always enjoy that because friends can come because I'm down here anyway, so friends can come, family can come. I get to stay in my own bed the night before comp. I don't have to pay for accommodation. You know what I mean? So it's very stress free for me competing down here.
Yeah.
But in terms of the actual show being run, I thought it was actually really well done. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was short staffed and all of that kind of shit. Hey, there was like less judges, there was less judges and stuff, but it was still okay from like your perspective.
Yeah, I try not to worry too much about how the day goes. To be honest, like obviously everyone does, and you're like, oh fuck, I don't really want to be here for 8 hours, but you kind of have to be sometimes, Because I think we had the natural show before ours as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that didn't take too long, to be honest, though.
And it was cool to have it. It was good day.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah.
Long one. And then what about nationals? Because that was a new venue. It was Christian College. That was fun. It was like really elevated. Pose downs. You guys were in the fucking audience, sweating on all of us. It was great. But what was it like for you? And obviously, I'm always gunning for you. I'm always like, Tyrone's pro guard, like, let's go. And then fucking Tao Hero busts out of nowhere with his lats and just rolls in. But what was nationals like for you? We obviously we're a little gutted when that moment happens and it's not ours. But like, how was the rest of the day for you? And like, and what do you think of Tao Hero? Was he all good? Like, was he a good dude?
So which one do you want me to answer first? The day thing?
Start with the day and then start with how the result.
I actually really enjoyed. Like I quite enjoy comp day. To be honest, it doesn't stress me out at all. Like you kind of just embrace it and because like you prep for fucking 15 to 20 weeks or whatever, and it's kind of the one day in that whole time where you get to enjoy it, And I know a lot of people stress and like, oh, like my tan's this, or I don't know if I look good, blah blah. But you can't fucking do anything at that point anyway. You can adjust certain shit like getting a tan patch up, but your body looks how it looks on that day.
Yeah.
So you kind of just have to lean into it and enjoy it, I think. But I love it. Like I enjoy just being backstage and talking shit, and obviously being on stage. I actually really enjoy being on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the dude's name who won? Sorry, I don't actually know him.
No one knew who he was. He's from Tahiti. His name's Tao Hero. Yep.
Yeah.
What do you think of him? Like, I mean, he came out of nowhere. You've never met him probably before that.
I've still never talked to him in my life. Nah, so I don't even think he was backstage with us, to be honest.
Oh, really? He might not have.
Like he might have been, and I might have just not noticed him. But yeah, it was interesting though. Because I didn't actually know that they could come over, to be honest. Not obviously not that it matters because he had a nice physique anyway. Yeah. So yeah, but I've actually never talked to him, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, really? Yeah. Wow. But you were in the overall battle. You were in the overalls, right? Tell me how the battle.
Yeah.
Like, how was the battle? Was it quite fun? Did you think you might have had it for a second, or were you just like, I'm just going to leave it? Just if it's mine, it's mine.
There was definitely a point where I was quite excited because I think I was second middle, and then I got moved, from what I remember anyway. I think I got moved to middle, and then I think I got moved out for him. And it was after some certain poses had been done. And at that point, you don't want to like stop posing hard because you're like, oh, he just maybe wants to compare him to him and him to him, and A to C, blah blah. But it was definitely a letdown, to be honest. Like when I didn't win, you don't want to like go into it expecting it, but I was actually very confident without sounding arrogant.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like, totally makes sense. Like, my heart breaks for people when I'm like, fuck, like, even like always with you, because I'm like, I want Tyrone to win, man. Like, come on, classic is his, and it's going to be your day, but it's just a matter of time. And it's the same with men's physique. I've got Casey, who I love, Casey Creed. all the boys, and they're like this close. Like, you guys all know you're so close, so it's always like, give it to our Kiwi boy, but we now do like someone from somewhere else, and it just happens, and it's fucking like, oh. But
it was quite interesting though, because you kind of like scout who wins the regional comps, and you're like, oh, who am I going to go up against, whatnot. And I, for ages and ages, I genuinely thought that it was going to be between myself, Connor from Wellington, Aaron from Auckland, or David from Auckland. So I personally thought it was going to be between us four. Just based on what the judges wanted at that time. So you've obviously got the shorter, stockier guys and Aaron and David, and then the taller, streamlined guys and myself and Connor. So I was like, oh well, if they want the shorter ones, it'll be one of those two. If they want the streamlined ones, it'll be one of us two. And it ended up being kind of a mix of both, because no one knew old mate was competing anyway. So
Jesus, and then he proposed to his missus and just took the whole fucking show over.
yeah, but
right.
it is what it is,
Yeah, it is what it is, and it's the Kiwis this year, because we're not letting that happen again. It's not going to happen.
Is that actually the case? I'm not actually sure.
What you mean, that where he's from?
Oh, just like international competitors. I'm not actually sure.
They can come over anytime.
Oh, they can. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there was a bunch of bikini girls that were from, I think, Thailand. I could be wrong, but as long as you compete in a regional in the region that we are all in, you can go to the nationals. So.
Oh yeah, like the Indonesian.
Yeah, we can go to Thailand, we can go to Fiji, like all of them. So
yeah.
crossover. But those little fuckers, they come over here and they take it sometimes. But well done to him. He looked sick, and he did Moe's right after, so that was real cool that he actually like backed it up and like.
I think he actually did reasonably well at Moe's too.
He did.
I think he was like, was he top 5 or something?
I think he was top 5. Yeah.
Was he top? Yeah, he was top 5. Yeah.
I was like, does Mo just like this guy? And just like, what? Or is he legit like fucking 5th? That's crazy. But
he did have a really good back though. To be honest,
and he looked good. Yeah, and he came out hot, like he was ready to roll. So yeah, good on him. Good on you, Tao Hero.
I do remember he came out and he's very like aggressive with being on stage, like, and you could definitely tell. I was like,
very energetic.
I'll let you do that thing.
Just let him do it. You can do your thing. So what have you been up to since the season wrapped up? Like, so are you like obviously into your off season? Has Jordan got you doing some crazy shit? Like, what are you up to right now?
Oh, so for the first like month after nationals, to be honest, I was just chilling out. Like, I was still training, eating and stuff, but I didn't actually blow out, to be honest. I actually like had the initial weight spike that everyone gets post comp, and then actually like I went down a lot, just because I don't know why, but yeah. So that went down. Just chilled through summer and Christmas, and didn't take things too seriously. It started back up with Jordan 4 weeks ago, I think. Yeah, so yeah, full off season now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's into it, getting it done. Yeah. And so what's the plan for this year?
Comp-wise?
Yeah, comp-wise, if there is any on the cards.
30 whatever weeks out we are. Yeah.
So it'll just be your usual, hey, South Island champs and nationals?
Yeah. I mean, I could talk shit and say that I'm not gonna do South Island. I'll come do that. I'm doing South Island. I don't actually mind. Like,
come for him.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't really care. I'm not gonna like hide what comps I want to do.
Nah. It doesn't.
Yeah, South Island's and then nationals. Yeah.
Love it. And what do you think about nationals being in Palmy this year?
I didn't even know that.
Oh. There you go. It's in Palmy.
Like nationals is in Palmy.
Yeah, it's at the same region. Yeah.
See, I thought the one the week after that, the Bikini Pro Show was in Palmy.
It is too. They're both in Palmy, and Shane's both on.
That's the first time I've ever heard that. Yeah. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Yes. I've actually never been to Palmerston North, to be honest.
There you go. It's going to be a first time, and everyone's going to have to book their accommodation now, because that place is going to be booked up like crazy with nationals.
Oh shit. I'm actually quite surprised at that. I really didn't know that.
Yeah, it's on the Pro League website, so it's legit, and it's definitely farming. So yeah, definitely something.
Is that at the show that they usually do? The venue they do TOC at?
Yeah, they're going to do it at the Regent. So,
Oh yeah, yeah.
for nationals, and then the pro show will be at the same place, but the next weekend. Yeah.
Oh, true. Okay, I actually quite like that stage, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it. I've never been, but it looks quite like a nice stage on photos and whatnot.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll be going to Palmy for the first time this year. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Lock it in. And what does your training look like at the moment? Before we move into some Instagram questions, because there was a bunch of those and they're always funny, but we'll jump into them soon. But what does your training split look like right now? What do you do? What has Jordan got you doing? Is it like legs and upper? Is it pull push? What is it?
So it'll be a posterior day. So it'll be back and hamstrings, glutes. There'll be a push day, a back day by itself, a quad day, and another push day. Yeah. So push pull legs off legs, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Kind of going back and forth between the lot.
Yeah. So because I was actually doing 6 days training, and he's like, "Nah, I want you to do 5." Yeah. So
damn. Yeah. It works better though, man. Like watch yourself grow. It'll work.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna hire him as a coach and kind of not listen. You know what I mean? So you'll be a fuckwit too.
Yeah, people do that all the time. They donate their money and do what they want.
Yeah. A lot of people do that, and I actually don't understand it.
Nah, just do as you're told and eat your protein. What's your least favorite muscle group to train? Like, what do you see and you're like, oh, for fuck's like calf raises or some shit? Like, what is it that you hate?
Biceps.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah, I hate doing them.
Why?
Oh, they're just so boring. I don't know. They're just. Oh.
There's only so many groups you can do.
Oh, everything. Well, because it's just an elbow flexion and extension. You know, you're not reinventing the wheel. You either do a dumbbell, a cable, or a barbell. You know, it's the same thing. So
yeah,
I don't know. I've just always like hated doing them.
Are they in your program?
Yeah, they are for sure. Yeah.
It's got to be done. It's got to be done. They'd be in there more if you're in open bodybuilding too, probably, because fucking. Yeah. But no, that's good. And what about your favorite? What's your favorite muscle group to train?
Probably quads or chest. One of those two.
Yeah, quads is good, eh?
Yeah, quads or chest. Yeah.
Nice. I love it. And do you do your squats like barbell or hack squats? Like, what's your squat that you do the most?
I haven't barbell squatted in about 16 months.
Whoa.
Nah.
It's not for me.
Yeah.
What do you use? Hack squat then, or Smith machine or something? What do you do?
Yeah. We have some pretty cool machines at the gym. So I'll like rotate between a hack squat, a pendulum, a belt, and a leg press. Yeah.
There's so many options, eh? Like you don't need a barbell.
Yeah.
It's just too hard anyway. How much are you eating at the moment? Like, do you know how many calories? You're on a meal plan? Like, are you just fucking chugging it down? What are you doing?
So I just get updates with the food, not the calories.
Yeah.
But I think it's around 4,400.
Oh my God, how fat I would be. That's so good. But does it feel like enough? Or like, are you growing with this? Is that like a good solid amount for like an off season, or are you still going up?
It'll based on what he said, it'll definitely go up by a fair amount. Yeah, which is honestly, I'm not looking forward to having to like force feed it.
Yeah.
But I think we want to get to about 110 in off season.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I'm like 100. I'm about 106 fasted at the moment.
Shit, not bad.
Yeah.
That's good. Is this the most you think you've eaten, like on a plan from a coach, or is this sort of normal for you?
It'll be about the same that I ate last off season at the moment, but it'll go up over the next few months and stuff. So that'll be the most. Yeah.
It's exciting. I'm jealous. And how do you get on with reverse dieting? Do you fucking hate that shit, or is it all good?
So I really don't. Like I don't actually hate it, to be honest. I'm in. It's probably a hot take, but I'm in the boat where I think after comp you should just get out of your deficit, like, and just let your body do its thing, whether that's right or wrong. Like, have a couple of weeks where you just fucking don't eat like shit, but like don't limit yourself to basically 100 calories over what you were dieting on. Like your body wants to get healthy again, just fucking get out of your deficit and feel good.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
You're like starvation, aren't you? So you're like, just
yeah,
fucking do what feels right.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, obviously like decent quality foods, but like don't I don't overly restrict myself anyway post comp. So
yeah, you gotta live your life, Back into it.
Yeah.
All right, we've got some Instagram questions. I can't promise that they're all normal questions.
To be honest, as soon as you put the questionnaire up, I was like, oh fuck. There's definitely going to be some of the boys. There's definitely going to be some of the boys that like ask some just shit.
Yeah.
And a few of them messaged me and were like, oh, I think I'm going to ask her this. I was like, no, don't actually ask her that, because she actually runs like a proper podcast. Some of this shit was just going to be fucked up. So I was like, no. I was like, no, don't go ask her that. But no, sweet. Yeah, we'll go. Yeah,
we'll go through what they did send me anyway.
Yeah,
but it's kind of cool because we get to know a different side of you, because a lot of them are like, and the same with everyone. Like when I've had some of the boys on, it's just been like insider jokes, but we get to know more about you from them. We're like, he likes that. All right, let's find out what they have said. Okay, so what is our first one? At what point did you bring on a coach, and what was the biggest impact it made?
Coach this year or just in general?
Probably, I think this is probably just in general. I'd say like maybe when you went to like maybe Jordan. Which point made the biggest change for you? I reckon a bit with coaching.
Honestly, good. And it sounds a bit cliche, and it's not because I'm with him at the moment, but it was swapping over to Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Genuinely. Yeah.
Yeah, and it made the biggest impact. Your physique or just everything.
Oh, there was just little changes that we made in like the 17 days that we were together for nationals. I was like, I didn't even think of doing that, or there was just certain reasoning for doing certain stuff or not doing certain stuff, and I was like, okay, that was really fucking good.
Yeah, he knows.
And like the attention to detail, like I was sending him photo check-ins every 3 hours from the Wednesday onwards.
Oh, nice.
And I wouldn't have the meal to eat next until after he replied. So it wasn't just a here, go eat this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you knew it was for you, direct.
Yeah. Like he actually came over and saw me at my Airbnb the day before comp, and just we went over a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he genuinely cares, eh? We love you, Jordan. Man.
Yeah. I think I think we're very similar as people as well. Like just personality and attitude, and from what I've heard from like when Shay Crotty came down to Christchurch a few months ago, she's like, you two are the fucking same. It's ridiculous. So I actually think that's why we work quite well as well, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you're pretty similar too. You're just the slightly quieter version. Like you keep it just a little bit more low key. Usually I end up deleting the stories that get me told off. So yeah, they don't last for long. So it's true, actually. You do share it just depends on the day. I love it. Okay, so this is one of the ones from one of your mates, I'm guessing. But how much do you hip thrust with that bunda? I actually
that was from Joe. That's one of Jordan's boys as well. What 20? I think it was like 7 plates a side. The machine. I think it was at 20. I think it was like 280 or something.
Is there any room left on the machine?
There's still a little bit of room. Yeah. So I think that was for like 12 maybe. I think, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to throw a question in here. Who hip thrust more, you or Katie?
No, I genuinely I do. Yeah. I'm go.
Coming for you though. Watch out.
We've actually got some really strong people at the gym, to be honest.
Cool. I love it.
It's crazy.
It's motivating to be around like other strong people, like people that are just lifting. Like that's got to be like.
It's just cool to be around like people that care about their training as well.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah,
it's done. Okay, how many meals do you eat per day?
I eat 4 when I'm at work, and then one post training and one dinner, so 6.
Do you struggle to get that
From meals 3 and 4 are a struggle, and then the rest is fine. Meal 1 and 2, and the 2 at night are fine. But yeah, it's just the pre-workout one. Yeah.
Damn, it's a lot of food. What's your gym playlist genre? And is it different for each like day that you do? Like if you've got legs, is it different than chest or whatever?
So I have an actual Spotify playlist. It's just called like Tyrone's Gym or whatever. But I think it's like fucking 70 hours long or something. Like it's massive. There's so much shit on there. But half of it's like stuff I don't even listen to anymore. But it's a big range of stuff. I used to listen to a lot of aggressive stuff, especially when I was powerlifting, because it's hard to lift extremely heavy being placid. But I've kind of found my good range of like soft stuff compared to hard stuff compared to hip hop stuff, and yeah, like I can do full training sessions to like Alicia Keys kind of thing.
No way.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like Fergie, shit like that. Yeah. Like my karaoke song is "Big Girls Don't Cry."
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I actually really enjoy the song, so I can listen to shit like that and train hard. So
okay, I'm down with it. Yeah. So do you just chuck on your 70 song playlist and just skip through sometimes and just smack it?
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. There'll be like songs that I've like, when you get hooked on a song for like a few weeks and you're like, okay, this is my like go-to song before it gets boring again. There'll definitely be like top set songs where I put that song on and whatnot. But as a general, I don't actually listen to headphones at the gym. We just have like a speaker that I just let play. So I don't wear headphones at the gym.
Oh, that's cool. You're more like in the environment kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Okay, here's one. Casey wants to know, how did you get so scucks?
Who asked that?
Casey Cree.
Oh. I don't know, like that one's not even an inside joke, to be honest.
No, he's just like, I just don't even have an answer.
Yeah, I don't even know how to answer that.
We don't need to answer that. I'm going to ask you a different question about Casey. What did you think about him doing classic physique?
Okay, he's doing it this year, eh?
He did it at Mo's Muscles last year.
Oh, yeah, sorry. He did it at Mo's Muscles.
Did you see any of that?
I don't think I saw much of him doing it. Not for any reason. I just don't think I saw much of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I posted it once on the Team Empire page because I was like, what the fuck is he doing in these pants? Yeah. And he didn't practice the posing. He practiced like right outside and like right before he went on. So he had no idea what he was doing, but I think he was staying men's physique, I think. Hopefully.
Oh, God. I think he's doing, I read somewhere in one of his posts that he's going to do all 3 this year.
Oh, what?
I don't know how true that is, but.
Oh, God, please, Casey.
If he did, why not? But, Yeah.
Oh man, we'll see what he does. Who bloody knows? Okay, this one's an inside one, but it's not one of the boys, but you'll know who it is probably.
Oh, yeah.
If I ask you. Yeah. Is it true you blend chicken and raro when you can't be bothered eating? That makes me laugh, eh? What?
Not anymore. No, not anymore. But yeah. Yeah, not anymore because Jordan would kick my ass if I did that. But when I was doing my own off season and I got to a lot of food, I would blend chicken. Yeah.
And what flavor?
Oh, honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It was like an after training thing. Like it was just like 80 grams of sugar plus 200 grams of chicken. You know what I mean? So I used to blend them and drink it after training.
And would it taste fucking disgusting, or you just get it down?
Nah.
No.
Like actually, the first couple of times were pretty average. They were extremely average, but I got so used to it that it just tasted like a thick juice.
Oh,
like it was kind of like a mango smoothie, you know. That probably sounds real fucked up, but it's actually not.
Let me just confirm.
Both. It was both. I've done both. Yeah.
And where did you get this from?
Oh, honestly, nowhere. No, nowhere.
He's made it up.
No. Yeah, like I've I've heard stories from like, a few of the boys at the gym from who they used to train with back in the day. Like there was guys that used to train that they trained with like mints and orange juice. But I'll say it. I've actually tried blending mints before. I have, but it just it's not as That one's a no go. Don't do that one.
No. And
No.
you're not bleeding anymore. We're done with that.
No, not anymore. No. Actually, I'm really not. Yeah.
Oh my God. Lazy boy gains, eh?
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
Did the job.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite wellness athlete, pro and amateur?
So pro wise, I don't actually. I'll just say I don't actually know any wellness pros, to be honest with you.
What about Jasmine?
Oh right, yeah, okay. She's got a fucking sick physique.
So good.
Yeah, like I remember I was talking to her and Dean after nationals backstage last year. I was like, "Fuck you! Like you look fucking sick! Like what the fuck?"
Yeah.
She's like the muscle density that she has is unbelievable.
Yeah, for 22 years old.
Oh, and like so is Dean though. But like I think I was in prep last year when she put up her birthday post, and I thought she meant to write 32. Like for her birthday thing, I was like, no way, she's 22. She fucked it up by a typo. But no, apparently, yeah, because she trains one of the girls that like I'm Shannon, Shannon who won bikini. Yeah. So she hangs around at the gym a bit as well. So she gets trained by them. And I was like, fuck, Jasmine's a freak, eh?
Yeah, she's a freak. So she's your favorite pro. What about amateur?
I don't think I know that many of them, to be honest.
Try to know a few of them. Come on.
No. I think it's a trick question, but
that's okay.
There's two wellness girls at our gym that are good. So there's obviously Katie. So there's Katie who's at a gym, and there's a girl called Monique who's at a gym.
Yeah.
I think she's competing for the first time this year.
Oh,
I think she gets trained by is it Georgia Patching?
Yeah, that's true.
I think yeah. So we'll go those two because they're home gym, and obviously.
And are the girls training hard? Are you watching them getting their league days going?
No, genuinely, they both train very hard. Yeah.
Please go girl.
And obviously, Jordan's Client Hale.
Oh yeah.
She's got a fuck. I was listening to her podcast whenever it came out a few months ago. We were listening to that.
Yeah.
And like she's got a fucking sick physique, eh? Like
crazy too.
Yeah. And obviously just being one of Jordan's clients and whatnot. But
yeah. He's pretty good with his wellness skills, Jordan. He's got them on lock.
Well, yeah, because I think he's going to overlook. I think he's going to overlook some of the check-ins that Katie sent Shay.
Oh, cool. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Cool. Oh, that'd be good. Like a little honorary team member.
Yeah.
Someone asked, how many boxes of LCMs are you taking backstage?
One.
Is that something you do?
Yeah. No, that's like one of Jordan's things that he has to peak yeah. So I think over the course of like my carb up from the Thursday to the Saturday was like 4 boxes or something.
Do you like them?
That was it. Oh, I love them, eh? As long as they're the vanilla ones. The Cocoa Pop ones. The Cocoa Pop ones are shit.
Yeah.
As long as they're like vanilla ones, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. And last question from Instagram was, what is your long-term bodybuilding goals?
Oh shit! To be honest, I've actually never really like had a deep dive think about it for like long term. Obviously this year's to turn pro. But I, like most guys who are competing in Classic this year, that's also the goal. So you don't want to sound like arrogant, but at the same time, you don't want to sound not confident. But like I genuinely believe that I'll definitely be up there. Like I actually do believe that. But from after that, it'll be the year off after that because I've competed. It'll be my 4th year in a row competing. So it'll just like it'll be nice to not have a year where I'm prepping. But in saying that, I'll definitely need like a lifting goal to work towards, which will probably be a powerlifting comp, to be honest. Just because I need some sort of goal in the gym to train towards. But in terms of that, like, it'd be nice to compete in Australia at a pro show or even here.
Yeah.
Like overseas, anywhere apart from that is like a long way away, depending on what my physique looks like in that time. But yeah, and no, pro show, like I will be one of those people who compete as a pro. Like I'm not gonna win it and not use it. So yeah,
It'd be cool
that'll
if
probably
more pro shows.
What's that? Sorry.
It'd be cool if Aussie did more pro shows because they just don't do any.
Yeah, but yeah,
it'd be good.
Yeah.
And what about like Mo's muscles? Because you didn't do Mo's muscles last year. Have you done Mo's muscles? I can't remember if you did it at all. But why have you not done it so far?
So I didn't do it last year because it was a pro comp, not a pro qualifier.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So if it was a pro qualifier, I probably would have gone up to do it.
Sure.
But because it was just the pro show, well, I couldn't. But no, so the year before that, I did think about doing it, but I think I got recommended by, I can't remember who it was. Someone recommended me, like, I wouldn't do it because I think there'll be international people coming over to get their pro card.
Oh, right.
So it was like don't take it badly, but I think they'll get it instead of you. So I was like, look, it doesn't bother me too much. If I don't want to add nationals, I'll wait another year. So
yeah, true.
Yeah,
and there'll be another local this year, they're hoping. But the TOC, the Bikini Pro Show, is a 2026 qualifier. But I want to know if they're going to do the pro card again for the second pro card for you boys and see what they're going to do for Mo. So we'll find out soon, hopefully.
Hopefully, like, because I don't think they've actually released the venues for the regional shows yet.
No venues, no confirmed Mo show. So we're still a little bit unsure.
Yeah, like, to me, it doesn't actually matter. Like it doesn't matter where the show is.
No, we've got
to
the
be
date.
honest, to be honest, it probably didn't even matter when the dates were.
Yeah,
like, everyone knows when they are. So, and I know some people like to get the exact date so they can do stuff. But yeah, no, I'm actually pretty excited about it being a Palmy, to be honest.
Yeah, it's going to be fun for a changer. It's going to be good. Yeah, and our shows are a little bit later in the year, so we normally have like an August show. Like usually, there's a couple of weeks in August, and it's all starting 20th of September. So everyone's got plenty of time to keep going. We all need it.
Yeah.
I'm terrified, but I'll be seeing you backstage at Nationals this year. That'll be fun. I can't wait. I'll be up there. I haven't done a Nationals yet because they're terrifying, but this year I'm going to do it and just fucking suck it up. So
no, you'll be fine. You'll just learn to relax and love it.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see how we go. But it was good to chat, Tyrone. Finally got you on. I'm so pumped I finally got to chat to you. But
I enjoyed it. Thank you.
It's okay. Thank you so much. I want to get you on again. But I want to make you promise to me now that you're going to come on, regardless of whether or not you get a pro card at the end of the year. Do you reckon you would come back on with me?
Yeah, no. We will. Yeah, we will.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I want to hear all about it. If you're a pro, I want to get you locked in now before you get too busy and sponsored and fucking, all that.
Yeah. Actually, someone actually told me the other day, they were like, fuck, why I reckon you're not sponsored by anyone? And I was like, oh, why? And they go, because you're too honest on Instagram and you swear too much. I was like, oh, you might be right, to be honest. But
you too can. You might be good for Strom because that's who's got like Dean and Jazz and they're pretty out there.
Yeah.
So maybe it's them.
It's hard to compare yourself to someone like Dean when you fucking He-Man, but
he's crazy.
One day.
It'll come, don't you worry. But thanks so much for joining me, Tyrone. Thanks everyone for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe and all of that. I'll put Tyrone's Instagram down below. You obviously want to follow him now because you want to see his crazy shitty posts, but it's rare, so you have to be on his stuff to see it. And thanks, Tyrone. We'll chat to you at the end of the season, okay? And I hope you have a really, really awesome season this year.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on.
Cool. Thank you, and thanks everyone for listening. See you next time. Bye.